Hello and welcome to a brand new video, and today we will be doing League 1 Game Week 1 predictions. Who is going to get off to a great start, who is going to get off to a bummer? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, join the Fantasy EFL code, which will be on the screen during my predictions for the Game Week 1. So yeah, let's just dive straight into Game Week 1 predictions for League 1 this season. And the first game kicks off tomorrow night, and we will be doing a watch-along for it live on this channel. Luton versus Wimbledon kicks us off on Sky Sports Football, Sky Sports main event, and the opener of the new EFL season. Luton drawing with Spurs in a pre-match friendly, which isn't a bad result for them. Spurs just kick off against Arsenal in an hour's time recording this, so that should be a fun one to watch if you are watching it. Wimbledon drew against Watford in pre-season. They lost to Millwall 3-0, but I think this could be top v bottom. I think this was top v bottom in my predictions. So yeah, I think Wimbledon could definitely struggle. The last time these two sides played was back in 2019 in League 1. Crazy to think that Luton have been up to the Premier League. In that time, it was a 2-2 draw at the Kenny and then at Meadow Park. It were at the Cherry Red Record Stadium, I think, in Meadow Park. Luton won that by 2-0. Could see the similar thing happening to what happened there, but that was at Wimbledon, of course. Luton have won 4, drawn 3, and lost 3 in the head-to-heads. Opening night could be a bit of a throw-up scoreline, but I don't think so. I think Luton going to have too much quality under Matt Bloomfield in this one and beat Johnny Jackson's side by 2-0. We'll go Luton 2, Wimbledon 0 in this one quite comfortably, and Luton to win this convincingly and get off to a perfect start in League 1. So yeah, back in Luton for a 2-0 win over Wimbledon in this one. And into half 12 on Saturday is Cardiff City against Peterborough United. Cardiff get relegated from the Championship last season. Peterborough haven't had a great pre-season. They've lost to Leicester City in there as well. Darren Ferguson's side lost a lot of players. They've lost Mothersill, Poku, Ricky J. Jones in there as well. So yeah, Cardiff, they may have financial problems, but I still think they should get promoted quite comfortably. And they've also got Selesh, who is an absolute baller at this level, and he will absolutely rip it up from what we've seen. So yeah, Cardiff City, financial problems or not, they should still get out of this league or get into the playoffs at the very least. So yeah, Cardiff playing League 1 football for the first time in a while. Peterborough United experienced at this level, still a very young team for Darren Ferguson, but he likes grinding out results. Some people think they will be down there this season. Personally, I don't think so. But I think Cardiff will get off to a winning start. I'm going to bet Cardiff City by 2-1 to win this one in Wales at home. In front of the Cardiff fans, and yeah, to kick off their campaign brilliantly as another relegated side that I've predicted to get off with a win. Cardiff 2, Peterborough 1 here. Now into what could be a low-scoring affair as Blackpool take on Stevenage. Alex Ravel's side very, very good defensively, got very good back line themselves. As for Steve Bruce's Blackpool, he's been around the blocks enough to know to get a team defensively well drilled for this upcoming season. Bluefield Road, this one, you probably edge Blackpool if there was going to be a prediction in this one. Last time they did play last season was a 0-0 draw. That just shows how good both defences are. So yeah, I could definitely see a similar thing happening here, or one team edging it slightly. But Blackpool, they've got enough quality, I think. Under Steve Bruce, they haven't lost many players from in the summer transfer window so far. See, that is bodes well for Blackpool. Neither of Stevenage with Good and Pirjani at the back. They still have a solid foundation at the back. I am going to back Blackpool in this one. Steve Bruce's team to just get over the line in this one. Opening day at home, and yeah, I think Blackpool will win this by a 1-0. I think it'll be a very, very tight game as both sides are quite good defensively. So yeah, back in Blackpool to get over the line in this one and win by a 1-0. And now into what could be one of the most unpredictable matches of this game week, or in the EFL this weekend, is Bradford City taking on Wycombe Wanderers. That's right. Graham Alexander's side take on Mike Dodds' side. Spurs did draw to Wycombe. Wycombe drew to Spurs, I should say. And then back in the playoffs, Wycombe narrowly losing out in a tight affair, two-legged affair against Charlton, of course. Bradford City beat Middlesbrough also in pre-season. That's the only data I've got via FootMob. The last time these two sides did play was in the EFL Trophy final stage season before last, and that was Wycombe winning 1-0. They also played in the FA Cup. Wycombe won there. The last time they played each other in the league, Wycombe won by 2-1, and it was a 0-0 draw at Adams Park. This one is being played at the University of Bradford Stadium. This could be an absolute thriller. I'm going to back it to be a thriller. I think Bradford might just win this. Mike Dodds usually has quite some boring football. So yeah, it can be a bit nervy, can be a bit dramatic. I am going to back a Bradford City 1-0 in this one just because Mike Dodds' football is absolutely terrible and they will be very tough to break down. But I think maybe a last-minute winner for Bradford City in this one. I'm going to back them to beat Wickham here. I'm going Bradford 1, Wickham 0 in this one and them to get over the line. So yeah, back in Bradford City to beat Wickham Wanderers in this one. And now two sides expect to be down the foot of the League One table, and that is Burton and it is Mansfield. But I think Nigel Clough's Mansfield should have enough quality to stay up. Proved last season had a very good start. Burton had a crap start last season, so maybe that could influence what this result could be. But yeah, I think Mansfield could definitely be favourites for this one, but it's at the Pirelli. It's against a team that's very well drilled now under Gary Bow. You will have to wait and see. A lot of people saying Burton will be down there come the end of the season, including me, but if Gary Bowyer can play in the football they did at the back end of last season, they could definitely survive. They've got enough players. I think they did well to keep hold of them. They've beat Derby in a friendly in pre-season. Yes, they've lost to Sheffield United. They beat Birmingham in a friendly as well. So yeah, not a bad pre-season from Burton Albion standards. Mansfield will be looking to do a bit better than the end of last season, and they'll be looking to improve. I think Mansfield will always start the season strong, and I am going to back them to win this. I'm going to back Mansfield away from home and go 2-1. Nigel Clough's side against his former side in Burton. I'm going Mansfield to beat Burton Albion here by 2-1. I know Mansfield have lost a few attacking players like Evans and Lee Gregory, but yeah, I think Mansfield will bounce back here and win by 2-1 against Burton Albion in this game. And now what could be a battle again of two relegation candidates from what I have predicted anyway. Doncaster taking on Exeter City. Doncaster, I remember they've been shown in a few clips this season of conceded that horrible goal playing out for the Power. What they're doing, because if they're going to be playing out like that all season long, then they are going to be getting relegated. But it's only pre-season. Pre-season doesn't really matter at all. Exeter have beaten Swansea in the process. The last time these two sides did play was back in League Two in 2016-17 season. They haven't played each other for a real good while now, because Exeter were in League Two and Doncaster were in League One and vice versa when that happened a few years back. So yeah, Doncaster did beat them 3-1 back in their day, back in 2016, back crazy, almost 10 years ago that was. Exeter to beat Doncaster, well, they did beat Doncaster at they're back at their ground at the Eco Power Stadium. I'm not sure what it was called back then, but yeah, it's a 3-1 win for the away side in both results and both cases there. I think Grant McCann's side might get over the line again in this one against Exeter City and Gary Caldwell. I don't remember their away form being particularly great. Exeter City of last season. So yeah, I'm going to back Doncaster to get over the line in this one. I'm going to back Doncaster by 2-0. I just don't think Exeter will get off to a perfect start. Yes, they've got Josh McGuinness up front, and that might cause them a few problems. But yeah, I think Doncaster are going to get over the line by 2-0 over Exeter City and kickstart their campaign firing. So yeah, Doncaster to beat Exeter by 2-0. And now what was on the final day last season where Leyton Orient won by, was it 4-1 against Huddersfield? They face on the opening day once more, different time of the season, final day, opening day. But yeah, Huddersfield take on Leyton Orient at the John Smiths or the Acu Stadium or whatever it's called now. Burnley beat Huddersfield earlier in pre-season. They've also been to Switzerland and drew with Young Boys in there as well. Leyton Orient feeling the loss of that player final defeat to Charlton. They drew against Watford in pre-season. From what we have seen here, Huddersfield did win back in November before that, and Leyton Orient absolutely battled them on the final day when Huddersfield were quite frankly falling to pieces. But with the business Huddersfield have done, signing the likes of Alfie May, interesting Mark Leonard, I think still they've done a lot of business. Have Huddersfield Town this window, so yeah, I do worry about their coach in Lee Grant though. That could be a bit of a risky appointment, but we'll have to wait and see. This will be probably the first test for him, taking on a Richie Wellens Leyton Orient side that will be well drilled. I'm going to back a draw in this one just because I'm not exactly sure what Huddersfield are about. I'm going to back a 1-1 in this one. I have backed Leyton Orient to finish in the playoffs, so yeah, I think this could be quite a tight game. So yeah, I'm backing a 1-1 draw in this one, and yeah, Huddersfield and Leyton Orient just to keep it calm on the opening day of the season, as it wasn't last season, as Leyton Orient hit full past them. I think it'd be Huddersfield will grab a point this time around, and it'd be a 1-1 draw. Now to two teams that might be in a similar position come the end of season, and that is Lincoln City taking on Reading. Lincoln have beat West Bromwich Albion 4-2 in pre-season. Reading haven't had a great pre-season under Noel Hunt so far, losing to Spurs, losing to Portsmouth. But there are games you would have expected Reading to lose. The last time these sides have played was back on the 21st of December, where Lincoln won 2-0 at the LNER Stadium, and then on Good Friday, where Lincoln won again over Reading. So they have a good head-to-head record. 4 of the 7 ones they have beat them, drawing 2 and losing 1, of course. So yeah, I think Michael Scabala's side should get over the line in this one. He's been one of the best managers in the EFL since he has come into Lincoln City as head coach, and that is why I'm going back Lincoln City to beat Reading in this one by 2-1. I think Lincoln will be quite good coming into this season. I think they might still finish around that mid-table mark. They might push for the playoffs halfway through the season. But yeah, I think Reading haven't had a lot of investment recently. So yeah, I'm back in Lincoln to win this. Reading do need to, under new ownership in Kuwig, they do need to spend a bit more cash to see what's going on there. I don't think they can yet. But yeah, I'm back in Lincoln City to win this by 2-1. Plymouth take on Barnsley at Home Park. Quick mention on Barnsley, and that is Conor Hourihane as head coach. Doesn't excite me as a head coach. Really, does he, Conor Hourihane? I don't think Barnsley are going to be great this season. I predicted them around that mid-table mark, didn't I, in my predictions? Barnsley fans seem to be cautiously optimistic every season. It always fails on them. It's the hope that kills you, they say, from Ted Lasso, of course. Plymouth should be winning this at Home Park. They had a pretty good record at Home Park last season. I would imagine they will take this into next season for them, into this season, sorry, for Plymouth Argyle. So yeah, I'm going to back Plymouth to win this. I think it'll be quite comfortable. Barnsley's away from, they don't even have a right back from what I'm hearing as well. So yeah, they could be a lot of bother. Could Plymouth Argyle, and yeah, I'm going to back Plymouth to win this. I'm going to go 3-1 to Plymouth. I'm going to go quite convincingly in this one at Home Park, and yeah, Plymouth to get over the line in this one and beat Barnsley quite comfortably by 3-1. We now go to the New York Stadium as Rotherham United take on Port Vale. Port Vale, probably one of the most experienced sides coming up from League Two, with Darren Moore in charge of course. They have lost to Birmingham in pre-season, but that's to be expected. Rotherham United, we don't have any data on their pre-season because FootMob is being stupid for some reason. The last two sides these two played in League One, the home side won on both occasions. Port Vale respectively winning 2-0 and Rotherham respectively winning by 1-0. So yeah, that could maybe influence my prediction. I don't think it will do. I wouldn't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Port Vale do win this, because Darren Moore knows the league like the back of his hand. He's been in here with Sheffield Wednesday before he's got them out of this league. In fact, in that dramatic playoff final at Barnsley as well. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Port Vale win this. I think I'm going to gamble for it as well. Definitely don't stick your bets on this match, because this could be an absolutely unpredictable. This Rotherham could win, it could be a draw. Port Vale could win as well. That may seem obvious, but yeah, I'm going back Port Vale in this one to get over the line. I'm going to go back Port Vale to win this by 2-1. That might come as a shock, it might not do for some of you, but yeah, backing Port Vale to win this by 2-1 over Rotherham United here, and yeah, get that'll definitely dampen Rotherham United's fans' spirits for the upcoming season. It could be another season of slander for Rotherham United. So yeah, back in Port Vale to win this by 2-1. And the final game on the Saturday is Wigan Athletic versus Northampton Town. Ryan Lowe could even get Wigan out of this league. I think they are dark horses coming into this season. They did play on the final day of last season at Northampton at Sixfields, and it was a 1-1 draw. And then back in November at the DW, Wigan won by 2-1 against Northampton. Wigan have the best head-to-head record over Northampton: 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 draws, and 1 loss. Of course, so yeah, Northampton aren't exactly the best in the head-to-head records against Wigan. Wigan will be looking to kick on from last season. It was quite a disappointing season for them under Sean Maloney, and then it was Ryan Lowe later on in that. Northampton were okay, I thought, when they played Birmingham anyway. They seemed to be more up for it, but they were still down there at the back end of the season and actually below Wigan, which was a bit of a surprise. I am going to back Ryan Lowe's boys to get over the line in this one and win this by 1-0 over Northampton Town. I'm going to back Wigan 1, Northampton 0 in this one. Yeah, and quite a comfortable win, or a narrow, scrappy win, not a comfortable win, for Wigan Athletic in this one to beat Northampton Town 1-0. It's the way Ryan Lowe likes it, by a scrappy 1-0 win at home. And into Sunday's matches, or Sunday's match, as Stockport County take on Bolton Wanderers at Edgeley Park. Of course, Stockport won this fixture 5-0 last season, and yeah, they'll be looking to do the same, won't they, under Dave Chandler, who will be looking to bounce back from playoff heartbreak against Leyton Orient on penalties, of course. So yeah, Stockport are probably favourites to maybe even get in the automatic spots this season. A lot of pressure on them. Bolton, on the other hand, with Stephen Schumacher in charge, it's not really... there's still a lot of pressure to get in the playoffs after what happened last season with the Ian Everett saga and all of that. Yeah, as we mentioned before, at Edgeley Park, Stockport beat Bolton by 5-0 last season, and then beat them in March as well, kind of dampening Bolton's playoff hopes altogether in that one as well. So yeah, Stockport County did the double over Bolton this season. I think they're going to maybe even do the double again. I am going to back them to win this. I'm going for Stockport to win this by 2-1. I think this will be a very, very tight game of football. I think Stockport might just come over the line. I think the Edgeley Park crowd will get it rocking and get it bouncing. And that's why I'm backing Stockport to get over the line just in this one by 2-1 over Bolton Wanderers. Thank you very much for watching my League One Game Week 1 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to also join the EFL Fantasy League for this season, as the season literally starts tomorrow. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that and join the league. And I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be Championship predictions tomorrow.